Hi students, this is Dr. Badrinath. Today's video is drugs using for diarrhea. Generally diarrhea and dysentery we are using under the same meaning, but there is a little difference is there. Diarrhea is different, dysentery is different. I will explain you what is the difference in this video. So if you ask me, sir, give me a best suggestion or best drugs for the diarrhea means, so what I will tell you, zero drug. Zero. I will suggest you zero medication because most of the diarrhea cases will be solved by the probiotics. This is number one and excellent. This is not the medicine. This is not the drug. Probiotic. Everything I will explain you. Okay. Yeah. We will see what is the diarrhea, dysentery and all. Yeah. Here we can see diarrhea. Diarrhea here by seeing this the image itself you can understand. See in the normal condition there is absorption of the water and hardening of the fecal matter will be there in the general condition. Whereas in the diarrhea, water is reversely it enters into the intestine, heavy water. See potassium, chlorine, sodium, all the salts, very important salts will be retained in the intestine only. It will be entered into the intestine. Water will be entered into intestine and it makes a very slurry. That's why here see, here the fecal matter is a loose motions. Whereas here it is a normal salt. See, this is the main problem. Water as well as the salts. Okay, three salts. Potassium, sodium, chlorine. There is a loss of these three salts. You have to keep in your mind. So, what is diarrhea definition? Three or more loose watery stools. Loose watery stools in a 24 hours period. 24 hours. Keep in your mind 24 hours, 3. All are same. 2, 3, 4. Easily you can remember 2, 3, 4. 24 hours period. It is occurs due to the decreased in the electrolytes because here see there is a loss of see the arrow mark where it enters. See the water arrow mark. So all these salts decreased electrolyte and water absorption into the blood, increased secretion by the intestinal mucosa into the fecal matter, increased luminal osmotic load. Here osmotic load will be high some cases. So it absorbs the water, it absorbs the all the salts. Inflammation of the mucosa, swelling will be there in the mucosa. Okay, like that. So this is a diarrhea and normal position. Yeah, this is my mobile app. So I am providing the notes 99%. It is a free for students, all the students. Okay, so you can be downloaded from the Google Play Store. Go download it. After opening the app, go to the store option here. You can be see the store option. If you open the store option, I am offering all the courses like Pharma D, B Pharmacy, M Pharmacy. All these are the top selling. Then this is also top selling. Okay, so like that, all the courses you can be find notes. My all YouTube presentations notes will be there. That is more than sufficient for your regular and competitive examination. And this is my YouTube channel. Here you go to the playlist option. Here in my YouTube channel, here you will get all my subject videos. All my subject wise you will get pharmacology 1, pharmacology 2, 3, social and preventive pharmacy, physical pharmacy, all the subjects I will keep on uploading. Okay, don't worry. This is we are moving as per the syllabus. Here you can see drugs for diarrhea. Yeah, here we can see the difference between diarrhea and dysentery. See, both are actually almost similar, we will think, but a little difference is there. Here, see here, sticky faces come, just like a gum, scanty and sticky fecal matter, blood in the fecal matter. See, dangerous, blood in the fecal matter, mucus and fiber. See, fiber in the fecal matter, abundant pus cells like this. Pus cells will be there in the fecal matter. Severe straining. See, he is getting more and more strain. Severe straining during the defecation. But here there is less strain will be there. All these are the absent. Here all these are the present. So that you can easily remember what is the difference between a diarrhea and dysentery. Yeah, management, how to manage this diarrhea means there is a mainly three topics are there. First one is the treatment of the fluid depletion, because there is a loss of heavy fluid, like water is losing, all the oral salts are we are losing. That's why here oral rehydration salts or intravenous fluids, both orally we are using or intravenous. In severe cases, we are using intravenous fluids. That is number one. Zinc also we are using. This is for the fluid depletion shock. Fluid depletion leads to shock and acidosis. Your systemic acidosis, the blood will be shifted into the acidic pH. That is called a systemic acidosis. Next, number two is maintenance of nutrition. See here, ORS. First one is ORS and zinc. Number two, nutrition, maintenance of the nutrition. Number two. Number three, drug therapy. We are using a various medications. All these things we will see, like a specific antimicrobial agents, probiotics. See, probiotics, drugs, inflammatory bowel disease, inflammatory or irritable bowel syndrome, non-specific anti-diarrheal drugs. All these things we are using, we will be discussed one by one now. First one is ORS, treating the fluid depletion. That is number one treatment. First treatment, what you have to give is fluid depletion, shock, acidosis. Oral rehydration, you have to use, this is very popular brand, electrolyte powder, recommended by WHO formula. Here WHO new formula, the ORS, very important for all, important for competitive and the regular examination. This is the concentration, like sodium 75, potassium 20, chlorine 65. These are the concentrations and content. Sodium chloride 2.6, very important. Grams, KCl 1.5, citrates, trisodium citrate, glucose. What are the contents in that? They will ask you name also, content also. So oral rehydration salt, it is a mild or moderate 5 to 7% fluid loss based on the kind of glucose. Okay, composition is that you know very well. And treating with the fluids, intravenous in severe cases, when the patient was unable to, because he is having a dysentery, diarrhea problem, he was unable to drink the fluids. Now what you have to do, you have to give a IV fluids, like this name is important, Dhaka fluid. Dhaka is the capital of Bangladesh. Keep in your mind, Dhaka fluid. Ringer's lactate. See here, Ringer's, this composition also very, very important for all the regular and competitive examinations. Okay, this is for the serious condition, IV fluid, ORS powder and IV fluids. Next is a zinc supplement. This is a zinc, like that capsules are available, 60 capsules here. Okay, reduces the duration and severity of the diarrhea. That is very, 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 very important in GPAT examination. Which of the following metal reduces the frequency and duration or severity of the diarrhea? Zinc. Okay, you have to take the supplementation for 10 to 14 days. Even though you stop the diarrhea, this is 15 days course. Okay, you have to undergo that whenever you will get a diarrhea. It reduces the mechanism of action here, reducing the fluid secretion from intestinal cells, strengthening of the immune response. Okay, and it also helps in the regeneration. See here, regeneration of intestinal epithelium. This is also very, very important bit. Antimicrobials in diarrhea. See, diarrhea will be happen in case of the microbial infection also. See, antimicrobial drugs having a no value. See this point. Antibiotics, antimicrobial drugs having a no value in the following cases, 5 cases. See here, number 5. One is irritable bowel syndrome. Here you can see irritable bowel syndrome. Here, this is a different condition. You will get to see when the fluid is going smoothly. If you stop here, if you hold here, how you will feel? The same, that is called a irritable bowel syndrome. Here, one side there was a constipation, another side there is a diarrhea. See, it is a combination of the both. Both are actually opposite, constipation and diarrhea. But in this condition, both will be there. Okay, and colonic diseases, pancreatic enzyme deficiency, tropical, all these 5 things, no need of taking of any microbial drugs. And when we have to use this antimicrobial drugs, okay, that I will here I have shown. If your diarrhea is due to the Vibrio cholera, or it is then you have to use tetracycline norfloxacin. If it is due to the jejuni, then you have to use erythromycin norfloxacin. If it is due to the Clostridium difficulty, then metronidazole. Amoebiasis, see here, metronidazole, see metro train, Metrogyl. This is wonderful drug, Metrogyl 400. Excellent this one for amoebiasis, giardiasis, Clostridium deficiency, all these things. Then only you have to use this antimicrobial drug. See, this is the microbes. This is antibiotic. It is fighting with the microbes. Okay. So when we are using in a traveler's diarrhea, whenever you are in a traveler, if you get a diarrhea, that is called a rifaximin. Very important bit. Rifaximin. It's a traveler's diarrhea drug. So probiotics, I have told you, it is one of my favorite. All these are the lactobacillus. You know that all these are the microorganism friendly hi-fi, like this hi-fi you can give to all these microorganisms. Probiotics, diarrhea, microbial cell like a lactobacillus. Okay, see here, bifidobacterium. Here you can see bifidobacterium. Okay, like this, all the names I have kept here, that you can be find it. It restores the maintenance of the healthy gut flora. Healthy, all these are the friendly to the nature. Hi-fi. Okay, useful in the certain diarrheas. Can very rarely can causes the infection. Actually, they do not causes any infection. These are friendly only. Okay, and you can use some of the opioids also. Keep in your mind, opioids. It increases the small intestine tone, strengthen tone, and the segmentation activity, reduces the propulsive movement by the opioids. This is very, very important bit. It reduces the movements, it diminishes the intestinal secretion, and it enhances the absorption. Opioids. Symptomatic relief in the diarrhea. Examples are loperamide, Eldopar tablets, very popular. Very, very, very popular Eldopar. This Eldopar consists of loperamide. This loperamide comes under the opioid, and it does all these things. Okay, right. Next is non-specific anti-diarrheal drugs. These are not specific. Whatever the diarrhea, either it is a microbial diarrhea or due to the microorganism or due to the any other disease or any this one any other disorders, absorbents who can be used. Ispagula husk. This is a ispagula husk. These are the seeds. If you keep in a water, it swells. Okay, so that sufficiently it retains the water inside, but it avoids the, because it retains the water in the intestine, so that it avoids the loss of the water into the fluid matter, fecal matter. Used in the diarrheal phase, irritable bowel syndrome, and you can be use methyl cellulose, carboxy methyl cellulose. Here you can see methyl cellulose, carboxy methyl cellulose, carboxy methyl cellulose. All these you can be use it. Next, drugs. What are the drugs we are? Drugs for inflammatory bowel disease, IBD, we are using. 5-amino salicylic acid, like a sulfasalazine. See the here sulfasalazine tablets. Corticosteroids, like a prednisone. See here, prednisolone, prednisone. Okay, pregnant alone, like that you can remember. Pregnancy. Okay, prediction, prednisolone. Azatioprine, cyclosporin. Here you can see oral solution of cyclosporin, cycle, and methotrexate. It is actually using for anti-cancer, methotrexate. And infliximab. See here, infliximab, Remicade, infliximab. Like that, all the medications. Whenever you will go to medical shop, you have to search on, keep on that, or whenever you will get a tablet, you have to just watch it. What is the content here? For which purpose we are using? What is the inside content? Either it is a tablet, a capsule, like that. You have to practice throughout all 4 years, all 6 years of PharmD. Then only you can be fine. You can all the things you can be keep in your mind. Otherwise, it is not possible. Okay. I will end my session here.